Hey, bud, come on. Come on in. You was looking for me, bud? You was looking for me? You was looking for me? Come on, bud. You was looking for me. I was in the garden the whole time. I was in the garden, bud. Say hi to the peoples. Say hi to the peoples, bud. Say hi to the peoples. And Penguin. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to Homestead Heart. Today, I'm outside in the garden. And you all, I think I'm 99% sure when it comes to fall garden brassicas, I think I'm pretty sure that my brassicas, because you can see how well they're growing, I think what I'll do going forward, all of the brassicas will be planted in the fall, not the spring. And I do have a few reasons why I am choosing to do that. Number one, and at first, before we get into that, you can see the brassicas are doing pretty good with the exception of some of the cabbages, because that early freeze that we got, our freeze came through like 2.5, almost 3 weeks early, right? It was very early this year, even earlier than last year, I think. But it came a little early, okay? Now, you all, as you can see, look, I'm not editing. You can see the heads on these cabbages are forming. They're doing very, very well, okay? And most of them have beautiful heads, with the exception of some, like the one right next to it. This one is not going to do anything, okay? Like I said, those that early frost did some damage to the cabbages and the Brussels sprouts. I don't think we're going to get a single Brussels sprout, period, right? Now, when it comes to brassicas, if I do grow anything in the spring, the Brussels would probably be it. We have yet to successfully grow Brussels sprouts here on the homestead. They get taken out either by the cabbage moths or the cold temperatures or the heat. But for some reason, I can never get that sweet spot when it comes to our brassicas. Our Brussels sprouts. I'm going to show you those Brussels sprouts. But these are all our cabbages, our broccoli right here, some of them. No, these are cauliflower down this row, and then that partial row. This is all cauliflower. Not all of them are doing good. Like I said, some of the frost took some of them out. And I'm going to get in here and see if I can find one for you to show you how well they are doing. Let's see, here's one. Let me tilt you down some. Hopefully you'll be able to see, I don't know, that cauliflower in there. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see it, but it's in there. Take my word for it. Let me cover it back up. Take my word for it, y'all. It's in there. All right. Now, all of our cauliflower has heads on them, with the exception of a few. Okay. And our broccoli too, same thing. Some made it through that frost, some didn't. And that's without covering them. I didn't put any type of a frost blanket or anything like that over them prior to that frost coming through. Okay? Now, our broccoli, you all, just about all of our broccoli has heads on it, right? Let me show you. You can see them. They're in here. See that? There's one with my fingers on it. Here's the other one here, fingers on it, right? But we got one that didn't give us a head at all. I'm gonna show you what it is giving us. Okay, I'm trying to move the camera slow. Look at this. Not one single head at all on this broccoli. However, I do have side shoots already. I got one here. I got one right here with my finger on it here. I have another one over on this side as well. It's just very small. So it skipped giving me the head and started giving me the side shoots, right? And I'm thinking that was as a result of that 30. I think it got down to like 31, 32 here. And the leaves were burnt. They were burned from the frost. And the Brussels sprouts, did they take a hit? They did. They did. And they were growing very, very nicely. Okay? They were growing very, very nicely. All right? Now, you can see them, but this is as far as they've gotten. Haven't produced, are not going, probably won't produce anything, right? They're just going to grow some beautiful green leaves is what they're going to do, I believe. I don't think they're going to give us any Brussels at all. Hey, Smoking Joe. I don't think they're going to give us any Brussels at all, but that's fine. I mean, even if they don't, that's okay. The chickens will, they'll enjoy those leaves, and maybe Nina will too. We'll see. We shall see. But in any case, I'm going to go ahead and get the camera set up, and I'm going to give y'all the reasons why I don't think I will grow my brassicas again in the spring. Okay? Now, well, let me just get everybody set up first, okay? Ain't going nowhere. Right here. Mr. H was out bringing the tripod in one day, and one of the pieces to the tripod got lost. It fell off the tripod, and my pole tripod now is doing its own thing. So let me get this set up, because I really want to talk to you all about why I believe, don't fall on me, why I believe I've made this decision. And Mr. H, he agrees with me too, right? Now, as you can see, our brassicas behind me, for the most part, you see some in the background over here, how they're stunted, not growing very well at all. They literally stopped growing after that. Come on, man. They literally stopped growing after that frost, and they've kind of been stunted right there. And you can see the size difference between all of the brassicas as well. Some of the cabbages are larger, and then you have those. Are we going to get cabbages from them? Probably not, you know, but that's okay. It's kind of difficult, I would say, trying to find that sweet spot to get your brassicas planted in the fall, because sometimes the fall temperatures could be just too hot for your brassicas, and it'll end up killing them anyway, right? Or sometimes you could try to wait and plant them just when you think the hottest temperatures are over. And then when you do that, you get a super early frost, like many of us did, right? And then it kills them anyway. So it's really a struggle trying to find that sweet spot on when to plant your brassicas, get them in the ground so that they'll grow. And really it's no different in the springtime, because in the springtime, you're trying to plant them when you think that last frost has hit, but then all of a sudden you can get a late frost, and boom, it done killed them all, you know. So it still kind of, it goes that way, either or, spring or fall, for me, in my opinion, right? Now, but the reasons why I think that I will probably still choose to plant my brassicas in the fall. Number one, I don't have to worry about an overload of cabbage moth, right? That little cute little white butterfly that just looks so sweet and innocent. But it ain't. It wreaks havoc on your garden, right? So now, the cabbage moth pressure in the spring is a lot heavier for us than it is in the fall. In the fall, we probably saw about 5 of them total, right? And they did do a little bit of damage. In the springtime, we would normally cover these with an insect barrier, right? The little white insect barrier. It could be netting. Some people use tulle. You know, it's just different insect nettings that you could choose to cover your brassicas in the spring to protect them. You can even put a frost blanket over them to protect them in the spring from a late frost, or in the fall from an early frost, right? So you can do that, all right? But we haven't covered them at all. All of the damage, you can still see some of the burnt leaves at the bottom of some of these plants from the damage done by the frost, okay? Now, we haven't covered them at all being out here in the fall garden. No, there's no need to cover them. Like I said, we did get a little bit of frost damage. Not frost damage, but pest damage from the cabbage moths. But it wasn't enough to concern us to the point where we would need to cover each and every row, okay? So we didn't cover them at all, and the damage was minimum. Now, that's one reason why not having to worry about the pest pressure. Number two, oh my goodness, you all. I don't have to worry about watering them as much in the fall as you do in the spring and summer months, right? Going into the summer, you don't have to water them that much. Initially you do, because it's probably still kind of warm, but afterwards I don't have to water them that much. I don't have to babysit these plants, okay? At all. The temperatures, number three, are very cool, very mild going into the fall. And number four, it's a well-deserved break from all of the hard work in the spring and summer months. It's a well-deserved break from all of it, right? I still get to grow food, and I don't have to worry about babysitting it as much as I would in the spring and summer with growing a variety of crops. I'm not growing a variety, not like a big variety, in the fall. It's simple, right? It's very simple. You can put in some dill in the fall. You can put in some cilantro in the fall. You got your brassicas in the fall. You can even do some fall cucumbers if you like. It's a lot of different things you can do in the fall. Spinach and lettuces and all of your salad greens you can do in the fall. But I found for me that I can walk past this garden and there's nothing for me to do to it except look at it. I look at it and that's it. There's beautiful brassicas growing in the fall. And when it's time to harvest, now, each one of these heads is not going to give me I'm not going to get a ginormous head of broccoli or a ginormous head of cabbage or cauliflower, right? You know, it's going to be on the smaller size. It might be around 3 pounds, right? 3 or 4 pounds a head, right? That might be what I get, okay? And if so, I'm perfectly happy. Yeah, it might be like 2 or 3 pounds. I'm perfectly happy with that, you know, because I will take all of this up, chop it up, blanch it, and put it in my freezer. And if I can grow a 1-year supply of my brassicas in the fall, I won't have to worry about it in the spring. Now, is this a 1-year supply of broccoli? These 2 rolls? No, it's not. It's really not, okay? It's not as much as we like broccoli, okay? Just fresh broccoli, broccoli in salads, steamed broccoli, broccoli rice casserole, broccoli, right? We just enjoy broccoli like we do Brussels sprouts, right? So, in truth, you know, we could probably eat about 5 pounds of broccoli in a week's time, okay? In a week. That's 20 pounds a month, all right? So, is this enough broccoli to get us through an entire season all the way into the fall? No, it is not. So now, am I going to probably have to end up growing some of these brassicas in the spring? Possibly. But my plan for the fall would be, I need to increase this. If I want enough broccoli Now, we don't eat cauliflower as much as we do broccoli, right? So having just a couple of rows of cauliflower is fine. Even when it comes to the cabbages, having a couple of rows of cabbages, 2 or 3 even, that's plenty. But the way that we love broccoli and the way that we love the Brussels sprouts, this is not enough for us for a 1-year period. So I know we will have to make some increases once we determine like how many pounds. Have you ever gone to, what is that? Wally World, I think. And you see the 5-pound bag of bird's eye broccoli. And I want to say that stuff is like $7 a bag or something like that for 5 pounds of broccoli. That's quite expensive, right? It's quite expensive, you know. But, you know, I will say this. If I grew 3 plants, just 3 of these plants, and I was able to get 5 pounds, right? That means, and if we're eating about, I'm not going to say we eat 5 pounds of broccoli a week. Probably not 5 a week. But I'll just say, let's just say we eat 3 pounds a week, okay? And these 3 plants right here, I'll just say 3 plants will give me about 3 pounds, hypothetically speaking, all right? So that would mean that based upon whatever these heads of broccoli will weigh, they could be bigger, they could be smaller. That still means that I need to calculate how many plants I will need to put in my garden for the fall and multiply that times 4, then, right, times 12, right? Okay, you following me? So that's going to be what, 12 pounds of broccoli in a month's time times 12, which is going to be over 100 and something pounds of broccoli. So if I had to buy over 100 and something pounds of broccoli from the store, and those bags are 5 pounds, right? That's 25, 100 pounds times 7. That's like 70 bucks. That's almost $80. That's almost $80. At least I think it's almost $80, right? But in this case, if I just planted that, my broccoli seeds, I have enough broccoli seeds in a $1 packet or $1.25 packet. I could plant this whole thing 3 or 4 times from $1.25. You hear me? From $1.25, I could plant this garden area 3 times at least. So it's better for me to grow a lot of broccoli than to have to go to the store and buy it based upon how much we enjoy it and how much we eat it. Okay? So that means for me in the spring, depending on how much I grow in the spring, that'll kind of also let me know what I need to plan for in the fall. The Brussels sprouts, we have to buy those still. You know, every time we go to the market, we have to buy Brussels sprouts, and they are so expensive to buy. Whether you buy them fresh, whether you buy them from the farmer's market, they're just expensive to buy. And so it's going to be quite important for me to figure out the best time to grow Brussels in our area, okay? And so that's something I'm still struggling with here. I've been struggling with this since we got to this area, right? And so it's trying to figure out the best time to plant Brussels so that we can have a successful harvest. We've done it in the spring, we've done it in the fall, and we still run into these issues. So don't know quite what we're going to do about that yet. But you all, that's it. Those are the reasons why I think that fall plantings for all of the brassicas for us are going to be very, very important. And also what I think I'm going to do to kind of, the plan, for, and I'm thinking ahead. I'm thinking from this fall to next fall. The plan, you all, is that with different varieties, I will probably insert something else to kind of let me know the change in varieties, because I don't have one tag out here. Tags were here, but they're not anymore. So what happened to them, I don't know. But now I don't know where one variety starts and the next one ends, but that's okay. I'll figure it out. One thing is for sure, I don't see any red cabbages at all. So I'm not sure what happened there. I thought I was planting red acre, but from the looks of it, I don't have any red cabbages out here at all. So I don't know. We'll see about that. But yeah, that's going to do it. That's why I'm going to be seriously considering. I think my mind is 99% made up on planting all of these types of brassicas in the fall and inserting things like dill and cilantro where the varieties are going to change, so that I'll know that this is going to start a new variety, and it just kind of, keep my mind or just kind of, give me a reminder that this is going to be a different variety, just in case I lose tags, right? But dill is going to be something wonderful to have out here. Cilantro is another crop that's going to be something great to have out here, to just kind of see different things growing. But you can see how beautiful the brassicas look, right? They look absolutely stunning. And many of you are growing your collard greens and mustard greens and turnips and all of that, which, by the way, our turnips did not make it. Our rutabagas did not make it. Not because of the voles, but because it got so hot. It was like 80 something degrees after all of our little sprouts had come up, and it got to like 80 something degrees all of a sudden, and it stayed there for several days, and it killed them all. Okay, so they didn't make it through that, and I'm not sure, what I should have did differently in a situation like that. But I don't know, who knows? I may try planting them again. But y'all, that's going to do it for this video. Just wanted to come and share with you my thoughts on why growing my brassicas in the fall is better for me, right? It's a lightweight garden. Lightweight, not a whole lot of work involved, right? Not a whole lot of work involved. It's a nice release from all of the work from the spring and then into the summer garden. And then once you get the fall garden going, this is really like a break where I could just enjoy the growth of it all, okay? But y'all, that's gonna do it for this video. I just wanted to share with you all the fall garden and my decision. And Mr. H likes that same decision as well. He thought it was a great idea because once we got them planted, and not a lot of fertilizer involved, making sure that they are watered initially because it might be kind of warm, but after that, nothing else to do but just let them do their thing. That's it. So y'all, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos we upload to our channel. And thank you all again for watching Homestead Heart. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you. I would love to know your thoughts on what my decision is for this garden. And if you are in zone 8A, 8B, it doesn't matter, and you are successfully growing Brussels sprouts, please help me out. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching Homestead Heart. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you, and I'm going to see y'all in the next video.